Friday, November 8th, 2024. This is a Flosstube extra. I will be showing you my London haul today. If you saw my last Flosstube or follow me on Instagram, you will know that I was recently in London and did a very good deal of Stitchy related shopping. And I thought I would share it with you here today in a Flosstube extra. I normally don't show my haul in my regular Flosstubes for a lot of personal reasons. You know, I actually love to watch other Flosstubers' hauls, but I figure, you know, for myself, you'll probably, you know, see my Stitchy buys if you watch my Flosstube because hopefully I'll use them. So that's why I don't do haul, but I do like to include my thrifty finds. You know, one of the reasons that I do not do haul myself is because I fell in love with cross stitch because I felt like it's very affordable, very accessible. You know, you can go to your local craft store and buy a skein of DMC for under $1. Ada is inexpensive as well, and you can find a lot of freebie charts out there, you know, if you're on a budget. And I loved that about the hobby. So I want to remember that, you know, I don't want to get too caught up in all the stuff and the buying of it all. So I don't participate in the haul sharing portion, even though I love to watch it. However, London was a special trip and I got a lot of special goodies I love to share. And honestly, it's been quite a week and I thought sharing you the little goodies that bring me joy might comfort you and bring you a little joy as well if you need it. Additionally, Flosstube and stitching has been a source of comfort and distraction for me this week, and I know that it will be in the coming winter and holiday months. I tend to have a hard time during the holiday season and after the clocks change and the winter rolls in. So, you know, I thought I'd throw in an extra Flosstube for you to enjoy. Anyway, okay, I am not organized at all today. I just have a piles of things in front of me to share with you, and hopefully as I show them, you know, my memory will be jogged and I'll be able to talk about the things better. Also, I realized that in sharing it with you, I'll probably be more likely to use the things that I've bought and not to treat them as preciously as I have been. Let's see. So I was in London. I happened to be in London during the knitting and stitching show. It was a complete coincidence. I believe that the knitting and stitching show happens 3 times a year in 3 different locations across England. I'm not quite sure about that. Correct me if I'm wrong, or please go to their website, which I will link below, to find out more about the knitting and stitching show. It was basically a convention or a conference geared towards needleworkers. Not only did they have vendors, but some of my favorite things were they had exhibitions as well as displays from textile graduate students. They also had classes, machine demonstrations. I partake in all forms of needlework. So I'm a quilter, a sewer, a knitter. But when I went to this show, before I walked in, I told myself that I would only focus on cross-stitch booths and goodies because otherwise I knew that I would just get into a ton of shopping trouble as well as be there all day. And I really just didn't have that much time to browse around there. The knitting and stitching show was from a Friday through Sunday, and I didn't get into London until like Saturday afternoon. And I knew that I just wouldn't be in a state to walk around the show. So we actually, my husband and I, went on the last day of the show, Sunday. I was worried that, you know, that the vendors would be out of things, and some were, but there was still plenty to shop from at the show. I will say also that I found that the amount of cross stitch there was very little. There was, as far as needlework goes, like I feel like there was a lot of embroidery, a lot of needlepoint, as well as fabric. But as for cross stitch and cross stitch threads, there was very little. And in fact, I went thinking that I would find a lot of Aida and linen, but I did not find any Aida or linen. But have no fear, I still walked away with lots of goodies. You probably have seen my paint box threads haul because I have shown it on Instagram, as well as my last Flosstube, because I started using the threads for 2 Jed X stitch patterns. They're not, since I have opened everything, it's not as, you know, organized and beautiful as it was when I was at the show, but I was so drawn to the Paintbox Threads booth because of their palettes. I love that they put the threads together for you. They also sold the skeins individually, but I picked up all palettes just to make my life easier. These 2 things I'm showing you are the silks. I have the cottons put away now, so I'll just post a picture of that. And again, you've probably seen that in my Flosstube and Instagram. Oh, I also, when I travel, I bring a travel journal with me. I am a habitual planner and journaler, but my journal is thick and kind of heavy. So when I travel, I just bring a fresh new notebook. I can do like a little flip through. I just, you know, record my days in here, so I can look back and reminisce. But this is helpful to me because I think I do have some information about the show in here. So for one, the threads are from Paintbox Threads. You can find their website there. I do believe that they ship to the US. That's their website there, and I believe and an email, and if you're a US shop, you can contact them for wholesale inquiries as well. And they're also on Instagram. That was Paintbox Threads. Next, so like I was saying, there were no fabrics and hardly any threads. In fact, I feel like Paintbox Threads were the only threads that I found that would work with cross stitch. I mean, maybe I was missing something. I'm not sure, but I did get a lot of kits. Firstly, a Blackwork kit. This is just the pattern. This was sold as a kit as well, but I just picked up the pattern because I really wanted to pick out my own threads and excuse me, fabric for this one. I have never done Blackwork before. I mean, you know, I've done it as like, I don't know, like I have backstitched, but I have never done a full Blackwork pattern. This was so cool. This is from, and again, let me refer to my journal, Let's Get Stitching or Choice Embroidery. Here they had so many Blackwork patterns. It seemed like they specialized in maps, Blackwork maps, if I remember correctly. That is their information if you're interested in looking at Blackwork kits or patterns. Oh yeah, it does here. It does, I do remember correctly, they had a lot of regional map patterns. So not only did I get this big Blackwork pattern, but they also had some adorable tiny kits. So this is the kit. It comes with the needle, thread, and Ada. Little minis to start you off. There's another one. And a third one. I think this was like a 3 for however much deal, which is why I got 3. I probably would have gotten more, but they at that point on Sunday, they were sold out of a lot. There was a ladybug I really wanted and a bee, but they didn't have any more of those. Okay. Next kit I got, a brand familiar to a lot of us, Letty Stitch, but I had never seen this Halloween kit before. They're the really beautiful thread colors, and I am working on a Letty Stitch kit now, and I know that I really like their how they print their patterns and how everything is packaged and the quality of the materials. So I went ahead and got this. This particular booth, I do not remember the booth name, and I don't think that I took a card from them. Nope. But they had bins and bins and bins and bins of kits in all the brands we've heard of, some that I've never seen before. But this one seemed to be the only one really in my style and affordable. They were a little bit pricey there. Okay, next up, I ran across the booth of the Cross Stitch Guild. And now pictures were not allowed there, so I did not take any pictures, but I did pick up lots of kits. I asked them if it seemed like a lot of their kits were on 28 count, and I'm usually a 36 to 46 count stitcher, and I asked them if they had any higher count kits, and they said that the highest count that they have is 30, I believe it's 32 count. So I basically bought every 32 count kit that they had, and that's okay because it was only 3. And I believe that they're all Quakers. Yeah, all of their higher count kits are Quakers. So the first one I got from the Cross Stitch Guild is a gathering of samplers. Is that what it's called? No, a token of love sampler. It says here, this glorious sampler was inspired by unique collection of Quaker samplers in the keeping of Ackworth School, Yorkshire, England. We have collected together some of our favorite medallions and other motifs to create this Quaker style project. This pack includes black and white charts, colored charts, pre-sorted threads, wrapped needle instructions, and your fabric of choice, which is, for me, 32 count linen. So sorry about the glare. I'm in my office again today, so the lighting is not great, even though it's a beautiful sunny day out. And there we go. That's the first kit I got from the Cross Stitch Guild, and you can find them at thecrossstitchguild.com. The second kit I got is called Bugs and Beasts. How adorable. It says all of these little motifs have been found on antique samplers during the last 30 years, and I love them. That must be from the designer Jane Greenoff. The project may be stitched on either linen, even weave, or Ada fabric, and is worked in counter cross stitch and back stitch. Yeah, 32 count linen. And it has everything you need in there. Isn't that cute? And lastly, I got a kit to make, I believe this is a case. How beautiful is that? How sweet. And I just realized, oh, that must be the backing. I think that is everything I got from the Cross Stitch Guild. The next thing that I want to show you is, believe it or not, a needlepoint kit. I've never done needlepoint before. However, I simply could not resist this, and I thought this is the perfect way to start, is with a kit. Are you ready? How could I not get this? Now I will say this kit was packaged in a beautiful cardboard tube, perfect for gifting, or a perfect box to reuse. However, because I went completely bananas shopping on my trip, it would simply, it just didn't fit in my suitcase. So I was so sad I had to leave it there. I had to recycle the cardboard tube. It was really beautiful. Before I continue, because I want you to see how this is packaged, it is from the Maker's Marks, and this is the website down here. They had such a lovely booth of really fun needlepoint kits. They had stickers that I also purchased, but I have since, I don't have any with me. I have gifted them or used them somewhere. They had also adorable stork scissors. Now, I don't know if you've seen the Kelmscott stork scissors that are also very colorful. Those are a little bit smaller than these, so I wanted to try these light purple ones out because I thought they'd be good for photographs also, and how cute. So she had stickers, scissors, and lots of beautiful kits. And this she had on display. I hope you can see that. I think so. She had this on display, finished as a pillow with like pom-pom fringe around it, which I cannot wait to do. That and the backing and the filling are not included in the kit. What you get in the kit is this canvas, instructions, and the needle fell off, the needle, and a package of all the yarn you need. I guess this is yarn. I don't know. I have never ever attempted needlepoint, but I figure why not cross over to the dark side? I mean, how I could not resist this, and all of her other patterns were just as adorable and fun. Isn't that cute? This particular pattern is called Mix It Up. I was saying that I also sew. Okay, maybe I broke the rule a little bit. I did get some sewing patterns because I saw that one of my favorite pattern designers was there, and I had a fangirl moment. I bought nearly everything in Anila Hoey's booth. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I like to make her cases. She does all kinds of beautiful cases. Oh, I actually have one here with me. This is a case that I made a year or two ago. It's like a binder. I keep all of my like random, do you guys have this problem? Just like massive amounts of chargers and cables. I did not know what to do with them, so I made this like little zipper binder. And this is an Anila Hoey pattern. I made a bunch of her things. So she was there. It was so cool to meet her, and I picked up some patterns, including the Make and Go pouch, the side saddle pouch, the inside outside pouch, the zip up tray. And these you can also, you know, when I do her patterns, I usually buy her PDFs. I recently bought one of her books. I actually see it. Let me grab it. Okay. This is my Anila Hoey book. I mean, maybe some of the patterns that I purchased are in here. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. I was just so thrilled to see her and I wanted to support her. And the last thing I got there, which I'm so excited about, is a kit for, oh wait, this looks like no, that's different. A kit for the hand-tied patchwork cover. And the kit comes with all of the necessary fabrics. How cool is that? Okay, so I broke my cross stitch rule for Anila Hoey again. This is her name and her website. I normally buy her PDFs on Etsy. And the final place that I shopped, the final booth I shopped in at the Knitting and Stitching Show is my very, very favorite booth. It was Susie Sharp Vintage. Let me find her postcard here. It was a booth full of vintage sewing notions. Beautifully, beautifully displayed. I mean, if I could take the whole booth home with me, I would have. And you know, I got there the last day of the show and it was still so full of so many goodies. I can't imagine what it looked like on Friday. I mean, I would have left with the entire booth. I went completely crazy there. Here, let me show you. It's Susie Sharp Vintage. She has an Etsy as well as an Instagram. Oh, I think you can see her handles there and an email. But let me show you what I got there. Some of my favorite, okay, I got a lot, guys. And I also got some gifts there that I don't have anymore. But here is a vintage, I believe that she made this. It's a little needle book or thread bed, but I just adore the beautiful vintage fabric that it's made on. I love that she has repurposed the fabric. There were stacks and stacks and stacks of beautiful needle books like this, and I somehow only got one. So pretty, so sweet. There were also boxes of vintage buttons. I chose this one. Again, this is on Sunday, so I can't even imagine how much was there previously. Okay, hopefully I can do this without spilling. I mean, how magical is this? Let me take it out. Magical goodies. Let's see if I can show you some. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. What I will use them for, I have no idea. But I can at least use them in my photographs, which I love to do. One of my favorite hobbies is photographing my cross stitch. Gorgeous goodies. I mean, how much do you love to dig through a box of vintage buttons, and the colors, the way they're curated, just so lovely. And again, somehow I managed to walk away with this only one single box of buttons, which she has customized. I'll have to glue this ribbon back down that came off during travel. Again, I had to really stuff everything in my suitcase. And also she curates beautiful, beautiful boxes of goodies. These, originally there was a ribbon closing these. They're absolutely gorgeous. I got some and gifted them as well, but I kept these for myself. Again, day 3, and I could have bought so many more beautifully curated goodies. This one, I believe, it seems like this one is a baby theme. Can you see all the vintage goodies in here? We have ribbon. Oh my gosh, look at this squirrel ribbon. I won't undo it. Beautiful. Look at, oh my gosh. I mean, I've seen this, but I feel like I'm opening it again for the first time. How stinking cute and special. so, so special. Guys, I don't have kids. I don't plan to have kids. I need this. I need everything in here just for me. So can you imagine for photographs or for your finishing? Oh my gosh, there are 3 of these buttons in here. Can you see? 3 of those. More ribbon. Lots and lots of adorable little iron-ons. Which, you know, I did not open the boxes while I was there, even though, I mean, I'm guessing it's Susie who owns the shop, Susie Sharp Vintage. Susie really, you know, she was like, if you want to open and see what's in each box, you're so welcome to do that. And I was like, no, I trust you. I love the surprise. So there are lots of these little like iron-on patches in the box, but I also got some individually, not knowing that they were in the box, but that is absolutely okay because I love them so, so much. I mean, it could be good for a jean jacket, for finishing, for gift tag. I can think of so many things. And I will just show you like these like vintage, it seems to me like 1930s fabric. I don't know that I could ever use these. They're so precious. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at this space themed one. Oh my gosh, that I have not really dug through this. I'm gonna have to do, I think, like a lot of cutting up of my video because I'm just rambling or taking a long time. Oh my gosh, I found a fourth bunny button. There. Okay, this is the bottom of the box. How sweet. Okay, bear with me. I'm just gonna put everything back in the box. What a fun, oh my gosh, should I show you this? Am I holding it right? Yes. Little bird. What a fun box. And let me show you, so the individual iron-ons that I got before I knew that there were iron-ons in the box that I chose. Can you tell I have a thing for baby animals? Rogue Mama Stitcher, if you're watching, you will be getting some of these in the mail. Oh my goodness. Those are the ones that yes. Other things I got individually before I get into the other boxes. Vintage ribbon. And this is not stitchy related, but I needed it for myself. This vintage brooch. Guys, how cute would that be on a sweater this year? It's just so happy and adorable. I had to have it. So yeah, she had jewelry, handbags, and again, I tried to stick to things that I would use in my stitches. Okay, this is the second small box, and it's also, I think it's also baby or kid themed. There's some patches again. Oh my gosh. Okay. This button. Is it showing up? Bird button. Bambi buttons. 4 of them. A patch. Look at this patch. Oh, can you even, seriously, okay. Ribbon. More pink and blue trim. vintage ribbon. Patches. Oh my gosh. Okay, more bird buttons. Look at this cat button. Can you see her? There we go. More buttons. Oh, I don't know how to show you this. I won't show you all of them, but they're all painted. Seems like they're all hand painted circus buttons. Ooh, ouch. Okay, and more fabric, which I'll show you very briefly. Little squares. Again, these look to me like 1930s. A lot of the same as the other box, which is good. I like having multiples, like another piece of a square of the space themed. Again, how will I ever use these though? Oh, look at how pretty this is. Oh my gosh, guys. I just wish that I could shop at Susie Sharp Vintage here in the States. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing a lot of this for the first time with you. Okay, look at these. Let me put a backing behind this. Look at these flowers. Do you see the faces in them? How creepy cool is that? Oh my gosh. I'm just exclaiming a lot. What if I put music on while I just show everyone these things instead, so you don't have to listen to my exclamations? Okay, my last box from Susie Sharp Vintage is a big one. I had to get it because the first thing I saw when I looked at this box was that giant embroidery hoop. A hoop. Not a Duchess, which I kind of thought, I was hoping it would be. I didn't see this when I got it. That's okay. Vintage needle packets. Again, for me, this is so great for photography. If I'm not going to use these things, they're going to be photo props. And I use them already for some photos. I do believe when I was there was a huge unopened box of vintage, like a set of Anchor floss that I really wanted, but I figured it was probably out of my budget, so I did not even ask to see it. Ribbons. Not really sure what this is for. Okay, more. A lot of these actually. hitting my basket. Patchwork fabrics. More ribbons. That is the final box. That is everything that I got from the knitting and stitching show. Next up, does not end there. I also went to Loop London, a knitting store that had a lot of beautiful embroidery floss and cross stitch floss that I will show you. And also a fabric store called Ray Stitch where I also got some goodies. So I'll be right back with those. Okay, I have a literal drawer of things in front of me that I'm just gonna go through with you. These came from either Loop London or Ray Stitch, and I'll let you know which shop. Okay, Loop London, again, I was able to resist all the gorgeous, gorgeous yarn, but I simply could not resist all of the French silks that they had there, including this box of Auvert à Soie. I guess I really gravitated towards palettes. That way, you know, I don't have to sit there and take my time looking for individual skeins and trying to decide which skeins I love. I'll just grab the palettes that I love the most. Again, so this is Auvert à Soie. I'll open it up for you, but it comes in this adorable box. I've already opened this thinking I'm actually using a color on this for a Gen X stitch. Open it up for you. I'm using the blue on the end here in the scorpion and the frog. Look at those wooden spools. I just love that. So pretty. In addition to that palette, I got a Saju. I think this is Saju. Variety pack. Are you ready for me to open this gorgeous, gorgeous box? Oops. Oh, they're all kind of facing the wrong way, but you'll get the idea. Look, this is also from Loop London. They also had, I'll put a picture up, the giant box of Saju that I just absolutely could not justify getting, nor would I have been able to fit it in my suitcase. So I got the teeny tiny box instead. Take one out. Oops. Oh no. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I have so much stuff in front of me right now. I can't even get close to the camera. Hold on. Okay. That's that from Loop. Let's see what else I got from Loop. Oh, this I opened. I'll take it all out of the box or out of the packaging, but this was another variety pack from Auvert à Soie. They had several palettes. I chose the spring palette. Let me take it out of here for you, but it came, this was in there as well. So you have this silk. Metallic silk, I think. Actually, let me pull out the information because I don't know if that can't be silk, right? Anyway, these, that came in that pack. And you know, I know that I have other, oh, here they are. And so that was a variety pack of different types of silks. And this is 2 palettes of the 7-stranded silk. How pretty. Okay, that was from Loop London. Oh, this I could not resist either, also from Loop London. This is viscose and polyester and metallic yarn. I thought this would be so beautiful for a monochromatic piece. It has that, like, the really most subtle bit of sparkle in it. Like, imagine a long dog in this. So I got 2 spools of that. Also at Loop London. Got some patches from Loop London. Let's see what else. Also from Loop London. This is going to be super crinkly. A special naturally dyed palette of cotton by Nona. And I believe this is specially dyed for Loop London. And I got the last package. How beautiful. Let me turn this around so you can see without the label. You know, I have no idea what I will use this for, but they were just so beautiful together and perfectly fine. Look at those colors. Nona from Tokyo, Japan, I believe. And there's, can you see the website there? Wow. Okay. That was all from Loop London. And next, down the street, just a few, maybe like 3 blocks down from Loop London, I went to Ray Stitch, which is a beautiful, beautiful fabric shop. And I think that they have garment making classes. There was a room of garment patterns. There was a room of fabric and haberdashery and notions. And I really, I went straight to the haberdashery. And I got a patch, a sweet rabbit patch there. I'm not sure where I got this actually. This must have been, I think I got this from Loop London. Now, this is actually a product from California, but I'd never seen it before. Let me take it out of here. It's called a tweezer thread puller. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. So it's for pulling your thread through when you're having trouble with it. I mean, I don't know how often I'll use it, but I mean, look at how cute. I had to have it. Never seen anything like that before. And again, this is made by, I don't know how to say this, LACIS in Berkeley, but I had never seen or heard of that, so I picked it up in London. That was from Loop London. Okay, so back to Ray Stitch. Got the patch, and I also got scissors. I always need tiny scissors. Can never stop myself from getting tiny scissors, especially if they're a deal. And I love this style scissor. And this was only 4 pounds. If they had more colors, I would have gotten them, but that day only had the purple. And another thing I got there is this, a beautiful greeting card. Here's the designer. That is everything I got from Ray Stitch. And then walking back to the hotel from Ray Stitch, I came across some vintage shops. I popped in. I only purchased one thing in the vintage shop, and that is this magazine for creepy. I had no idea what was in it, but I love a vintage magazine. A vintage needlework magazine. And I thought I could use this in my photos and maybe there'd be some good patterns in here. I haven't even looked at it yet. I'll let you know. Oh. Oh my gosh. There's an embroidery like transfer pattern. Very cool. Okay. Wow. I think that is everything that I got in London. Thank you so very much for joining me. And I hope that you have a peaceful, lovely weekend. Mwah.